In March 2026, a team took a coding agent from rank 30 to rank 5 on a benchmark, without touching the model. Not one weight changed, same brain, wildly different result. Which means the thing you've been blaming for your AI agent's dumb mistakes, the model, was never really the problem. There's a new job title quietly taking over AI engineering, and by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why it might matter more than the model itself. It's July 14th. This is Decoded in 5. Let's go. Here's the equation that explains 2026. Agent equals model plus harness. The model is the brain, the harness is everything else, and it turns out everything else is doing most of the work. Think of the model as a frozen brain in a jar. Brilliant, but with zero hands, zero memory, and zero judgment about when to stop. The harness is the body you build around it. The code that decides what it's allowed to see, what tools it can touch, what happens when it screws up, and how it remembers anything past the current message. Without a harness, a model isn't an agent. It's a very smart autocomplete that forgets who it is every 30 seconds. Handing a raw model a task without a harness is like hiring a genius, then not telling them where the office is. So what actually breaks without one? Watch any unharnessed agent fail long enough and you'll see the same 3 deaths every time. 1. Infinite loops. The agent hits an error, tries again, hits it again, tries again, forever, because nothing tells it to stop and rethink. 2. Confident nonsense. It executes a destructive command with zero hesitation because nothing checked whether it should. 3. Total amnesia. Context runs out and the agent starts the task over from scratch, having learned nothing. None of these are model problems. GPT-5, Claude, Gemini. Doesn't matter which brain you use. Same failures, every single one, if there's no harness catching them. This is the AI equivalent of a brilliant intern with root access and no manager. So, what actually goes into building one properly? A real production harness has 5 layers, and missing any one of them is where the failures come from. Tool orchestration, deciding exactly which tools the agent can call and when. Verification loops, checking the agent's work before it ships, instead of trusting it blindly. Context and memory, giving it a way to remember what happened 5 steps ago, not just the last message. Guardrails, hard limits on what it's allowed to do without a human saying yes. And observability, logging everything, so when it does something insane, you can actually see why. Miss the verification layer, and it lies confidently. Miss guardrails, and it deletes your database. Miss observability, and you'll never know which one happened. Without observability, debugging an agent is just vibes and prayer. And here's the split that actually explains who's winning this race. Frontier Labs, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, build what's called the inner harness, safety layers, native tool calling, context windows, baked directly into the model. But the inner harness is the same for every customer. The real competitive edge, the outer harness, is what companies build on top. Custom routing, testing frameworks, domain-specific guardrails, the rules that make an agent actually trustworthy inside one specific hospital, one specific bank, one specific code base. That's why the same underlying model can be brilliant at one company and a liability at another. Same brain. Wildly different harness. One's performing surgery, one's guessing your horoscope. The difference is entirely the harness, which is exactly why this job title exists now. Remember that leaderboard jump from 30 to 5? That's the whole story. The model didn't get smarter. The rules around it got better. That's harness engineering, the discipline of building the structure that turns a brilliant but forgetful brain into something you can actually trust in production. Prompt engineering was 2023. Context engineering was 2024 and 2025. Harness engineering is 2026. And it's not a nice to have anymore. It's the entire difference between an AI demo and an AI product.